Everyone has a price.
Jinta Taburzan Bola Jumpa Kolamanunta Pachula.
Visiting hours are over, Jabba. If you're looking for your stolen artifact, don't worry. I've got it in safekeeping.
Garaupa Lichara Consortium Asfari Balakinsketoska Ipochiko Nawa Green Rachoda.
Please send an associate to pay me a visit. I need the company. You'll still never find your lost ancient artifact. What a shame.
Paraunki Andos Nakara Famonok Jolampo. Ieneto Wanawanga. Chulapaji Tokaska. Ora Wisha Walacheon Gaspa.
The artifact now belongs to me. You can forget about getting it back. You may think you've wiped out the consortium, but my reach is farther than you think. You are the one who should be watching your back, Jabba.
Pesca por na Wanatunta, Resebonko Bola Juntawa. Inapa Noya, Oyana Wipe, Mijiska.
Uri, come in at once. Do you read me, Uri?
Uri here. We are in system as planned.
I'm accelerating our plans. Jabba has sent some of his lackeys to finish the job he couldn't. Get that ship landed now. I'll set things in motion here.
Captain Solo wanted more time to slip past the Imperial defenses. I believe I can motivate him with additional credits.
We need to make sure that neither Jabba nor the Empire has discovered the location of our hidden palace on Ryloth.
There has been no unusual activity near Ryloth. The Hutts are unaware of our palace there, and the Imperials have extended themselves trying to quell the rebellion. We will be able to expand our operations quickly upon your return.
The partnership with Jabba was a mistake. No more alliances. We're going to do this our way. We'll corrupt planets one by one and crush all those who oppose us.
I'm not waiting around for the Imperial fleet to get here. Make it snappy. Yeah, well, keep the engines warm.
And you must be Tiber Zahn.
A bounty hunter. How very appropriate. I would tell you to send my regards to Jabba, but you won't get the chance.
I'll tell him when I pick up my bounty.
You'd be smart to leave with your skin intact before the prison riot I planned kicks off, which should be any moment now.
I'll be gone by then.
You're right. Sooner than you thought. Perfect timing as usual, Uri.
We must move quickly to the landing site. I had the power on your blaster upgraded while you were imprisoned. It should prove very effective. Come, the Zaan Consortium awaits your return.
I've been here far too long already. I assume you've arranged for a hasty departure? This way.
There are some stormtroopers here wondering why I'm not loading cargo. You better hurry up or I'm leaving.
I'll bribe these fools to aid in my escape.
Attack!
Tiber's escaped! Head for the gates!
Come with me, men, and the Zaan Consortium will rule once more. Remind me to repay Jabba for his kindness once we get out of here.
Wait, there are some droids up ahead that may cause us problems. I will go ahead and take them out.
Nonsense. Send the prisoners. It's not as if I intend to bring them with us on the ship.
You're not paying me enough for this. I'm in space in 2 minutes, with or without you. Hold on a second. Where's my cargo? And what's with all these people? I'm not running a passenger ship.
I'm your cargo, Captain Solo. Don't worry about the prisoners. They've found their way in here. They can find their own way out.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Your man said this was just a spice run. Now, of course, I never believed that nonsense about a spice run, but I didn't count on an Imperial prison riot.
I'll double your already considerable fee.
I know, Chewie. I get the feeling we don't have much choice if we want to leave here with our skins attached. Get aboard now, we're leaving.
Let's go, Uri. We need to re-establish our criminal network as soon as possible. With Jabba posting a bounty on my head, every bounty hunter in the galaxy will be out to stop us. My stay in prison has not done wonders for the Zaan Consortium. Jabba must have already heard of my escape. We need to move quickly. Is there anything left, Uri?
We have only a few outdated speeders. Most of our associates deserted us once you were imprisoned. What are your orders?
We shall do as we've always done, Uri. There are always worlds that are ripe for corruption. Through Imperial and Rebellion planets, we'll spread corruption and rebuild the Zaan Consortium into a crime network that once again will be feared throughout the galaxy.
Then we will need defilers.
Mission log updated.
Need something done?
There's a remote Imperial colony on Honegger. If we start by subverting the Imperial officials there, it shouldn't attract undue attention.
Mission log updated.
Progress will be swift.
Of course, we could set up another racketeering operation there, but I believe in order to truly make our mark, we need intimidation.
Tactical battle imminent.
We move quickly, otherwise our forces will be overwhelmed by Noghri assassins. I have heard boastful rumors of their battle skills, so this should be a good challenge. Destroying the base camps and killing Commander Malenth will open this planet up for corruption and lessen Imperial influence. My blades are sharpened and ready for battle.
There's our target. Move in.
World corrupted. Well done.
Word will soon spread that the Consortium is back. I'm sure Jabba is aware of our movements. Setting up a racketeering operation on Shola will let him know that we're back in business.
Mission log updated.
Easily done.
Excellent. Now that we've muscled in on Jabba's action, we have some credits to work with. I've identified Mandel Hypernautics supply shipments as an easy next target. Hire some pirates to ambush them.
Why Mandel Hypernautics?
I can only rely on my strategic intuition so long, Uri. Raiding the supply ships will provide us better equipment than what the Hutts are using.
And how will raiding their supply shipments gain you ships?
If the Mandel supply ships are suddenly being raided, they'll need to take appropriate steps to ensure security.
Mission log updated.
Easily done.
Men, the Zon Consortium expects your best today. If everyone does their part, we'll not fail. We'll be facing the Mandalorian clan chieftains attempting to defend the space above their planet. Their proud warrior tradition means this will be a fight to the death.
Corrupted. Well done.
I've successfully defeated the Mandalorian chieftain. The continuing raids will soon bring them to their knees.
Soon after you escaped, I went to recover the artifact from its hiding place.
Jabba must have given up half his criminal empire to buy that ancient puzzle. I'll bet he expected to double his wealth by selling it to the Empire.
Even at twice his price, the Empire would have paid far too little.
So you found out what it is?
I did gain some information. The artifact dates as far back as the Sith Wars, making it around 4,000 years old. For such an artifact to be so well hidden for so long, it must contain a secret of great importance.
Do you know its origin?
Based on the design, it is likely a Sith artifact. I believe it may be a data storage device of some kind, but it also seems to serve another unknown purpose.
Fascinating, Uri. If we could unlock its secrets, we might find something very useful. I want you to keep investigating, but not at the expense of our rebuilding. I want Jabba, the Empire, everyone to know that the Zon Consortium is back. While I was in prison, one of my cellmates mentioned that the Emperor had a vast collection of treasure that he kept all over the galaxy in hidden vaults. I persuaded him to share more information with me.
Only an ex-Imperial officer would truly know that. Did he mention the location of these vaults?
I never found out, unfortunately. I may have been a bit overzealous in my questioning. He may not have known the locations of the vaults, but I'm convinced his story is more than just a rumor. And now we have the perfect opportunity to test the story, thanks to the rebels.
The rebellion.
Alliance forces have destroyed the Imperial Death Star over Yavin 4. Most Imperial battle stations carry data pods that are to be ejected during emergencies. Perhaps someone thought to follow protocol before the Death Star was destroyed.
And if the rebels are still in the vicinity?
The rebels will be there. They have an entire base on Yavin 4 and have nowhere else to go. The Empire will soon send a fleet to retaliate. We must move quickly to find a data pod.
There are a few planets between us and Yavin that the Consortium doesn't control. What is their fate?
Corrupt them. Conquer them. Be creative, Yuri. Just remember that getting to Yavin is our goal.
Mission log updated.
We've scanned the outer area. No sign of enemy fleet movements.
As I expected. I want a thorough search of that debris field. Take anything of worth, but do it quickly. Let's make a final pass. There must be something worthwhile here.
Looks like rebel ships incoming.
Identify yourselves. Send your transponder codes now.
Engage the rebels. We need to buy more time.
I got fighters on me!
That may very well be an emergency data pod from the Death Star. Retrieve it. This one is just useless chatter between the Grand Moffs. Look for another.
Pirates inbound. Maintain the defensive perimeter. We need more time for repairs.
Amusing. Imperial vessels licking their wounds. I wonder how that fits into the Emperor's grand vision.
There's the code phrase. Switch your transponders and fall in with Zahn's forces. Mutinous traitors! Lord Vader will hear of this.
Welcome aboard, gentlemen.
Unidentified ships. You are trespassing in Alliance space. Surrender immediately and prepare to be boarded.
Surrender isn't an option. Let our enemies fight each other. Stay focused on those data pods. Oh, look. The little rebels are deploying defensive satellites. Do not let their toys interfere with our operation. Another data pod. We're moving out. There's another data pod. Hold on. This one details a new warship. I've never seen such an ambitious design. Apart from the Death Star, it's apparently under construction at the Kuat shipyards. Interesting. Let's keep collecting data pods. Looks like this one contains some information about the Emperor's archive. Fascinating. Keep looking for more pods around. Pay.
This is not your fight. Move along or we'll add you to the scrap.
Brush these insects off. Leave them for the rebels.
Too slow, Zahn. You want this? You'll have to pay for it.
What insolence! That vessel has our data pod. Do not let it escape.
We've got a massive Imperial fleet heading right for us.
That would be the inevitable Imperial fleet. Ah, here is their transmission now. The pirate has dropped the data pod. Retrieve it immediately. That's enough. We have what we came for. Prepare to jump to hyperspace.
Well, would you look at that? I love it when I'm right.
What have you found?
Based on records of the Emperor's transmissions, I believe the vaults are very real. There are technical plans for new ships, and most importantly, construction schedules for the Emperor's new flagship over Kuat.
It must be the largest in the Imperial fleet.
Indeed it is. According to this, the Emperor has visited the ship under construction on many occasions. If he was there, then it will have a link to his private files.
The vault locations will be there.
Yes. And with the wealth in those vaults, I can build a criminal empire that makes the Black Sun look like a swoop gang.
We will need to infiltrate the ship, then find a way into the Emperor's private files. It will not be easy.
Details, Uri, details. As long as the ship is there, I'm certain we can find our way on board and find what we're looking for. But I'm not mounting a raid on Kuat until I know the ship is where it's supposed to be. We'll need to verify its presence somehow.
The black market on Kuat might have that information.
I've been meaning to pick up some new tech for the soldiers on Kuat anyway. Jabba's been too quiet lately. He'll be paying us a visit soon. I'd like to have a few surprises ready for him.
Mission log updated.
My skills are yours to command. Progress will be swift.
Well done. Now that our defilers have set up the black market, I can buy what I need, and perhaps learn more about the Emperor's flagship.
Mission log updated.
I confirm your transmission.
Ah, disruptors, finally. Disintegrates durasteel, wood, flesh, just about anything, really. Just the thing for removing large, troublesome obstacles. Like Jabba, for instance.
New construction options available.
Remind me to check the black market on rebel-controlled worlds as well. They may have discovered weapons unknown to the Empire. It appears it will be very difficult getting onto that ship. Wonderful name it has, the Eclipse. Certainly blocked out my view of the shipyards.
Can we get in for a closer look?
They have an armada of ships guarding that thing. I doubt they're providing tours to the public. Still, there must be a way. I'll think of something. I always do, Uri.
Our barracks have been destroyed. We have reports of simultaneous bombing and sniper attacks from every sector. The defenses at our main bases are holding, but the Consortium's taken heavy damage throughout the galaxy. No word on who's behind the offensive.
Jabba has now become a much bigger part of my plans. I'll kill him, but I must make sure he has a chance to suffer. He has struck first, which bothers me. But I'll pay him back, at triple the cost.
Ucha Tiber, Wanaroko Polamilia, Ichintoa Cascawogal Untorum Chalinke, Yano Capulu, Pariacomo Toto Aina, Carapoambauka, Oingatengo.
Jabba! How's the desert planet treating you? Dried up and died yet? No! Well, that's too bad. Now get out of my comm system. How did he find us here?
We traced the signal to Seiyukami. Looks like Jabba maintains a small comm outpost there.
I want control of that calm outpost so that we can do a little eavesdropping of our own. Salyukame needs to be softened up in preparation for our landing.
Mission log updated.
Progress will be swift.
Well done, Uri. Let's find and destroy Jabba's presence on this planet.
Mission log updated.
Easily done.
The shield generator is our target. Take it out! I want this planet in my pocket. Make it happen, Uri.
Mission log
I am
updated.
going. I shall go there.
After that target. The way is clear. We're moving out.
No reports of outgoing transports. Nowhere to hide. What is this?
Jabba will be planning an ambush. Expect resistance at the landing site.
We've got a disturbance.
This was expected. Maintain defenses here. I will reestablish a reinforcement point.
There he is, just like Jabba warned, an infiltrator.
Whether Jabba warned you or not is of no consequence. Stand down or be eliminated.
Double pay for the one who takes his head.
It seems Jabba has been digging up the past.
How so?
According to data we recovered on Salyukame, Jabba stumbled across an old battle droid factory on Hypori that somehow survived the Clone Wars.
The factory is still functional?
My sources believe it is. Jabba has been unable to get the factory operational. I want control of it, so I can begin manufacturing an invasion army of my own.
It could be a trap. There's already a hot bounty on your head.
As much as I doubt Jabba's intelligence, I do pay you to be cautious. I'm sending you ahead of the main force to scout out the situation.
Mission log updated.
I see.
Is the factory open for business?
The emergency defenses are active. The droids will pursue us until I can shut them down.
Can we get to the shut-off controls?
They are deep within the factory. We can reach them if we avoid any unnecessary conflicts.
Backing down from a fight? Uri, don't tell me you've grown soft while I've been away.
I said nothing about backing down. We likely won't have that option. Droidekas are fast, very fast.
I have a bad feeling about this.
The battle-class Droideka is 1.83 meters in height and has a built-in shield projector, making it a formidable threat to infantry and light vehicles.
I've never encountered one myself, but I've heard the stories.
It has twin rapid-fire blaster cannons.
Meaning you don't want...
Exactly. This model is also equipped with ion blasters, allowing them to cripple shielded units.
That kind of versatility could prove useful. Are we at the controls yet?
We should be near.
There are the controls. Quickly, shut this thing down.
I will need 1 minute to complete this.
We might not have a minute. Hurry it up!
I have managed to set the factory to manual, so we should have no more surprises.
You were saying? I'm sure Jabba's not paying enough for the services of a bounty hunter of your expertise. Indeed. What would you say if I tripled Jabba's payment and delivered it in advance?
Juan titokas kawan choenta wompa. Komba ungwapa chumpanai. Yamanasko yakono nisa.
Not so insignificant that I can't steal your most precious and valuable artifact. Now I control your little droid factory. Admit it, Jabba. You've been beaten.
Icheska ompa Tiber. Ishako no sotarongo wamatonda. Kuma lenta wabaunga. Uwana umba. Beska umto crispa.
Enemy forces ahead!
I must reach the backup systems. If I can get this factory operational again, the droids can be reprogrammed to fight for us.
Go! I'll hold them off. We've got to recapture those landing platforms, or we'll never get our cargo out of here.
Yourselves.
Tiber, I have rerouted the systems in the droid works. We now have complete control over the destroyer droids.
Jabba, your men are dead and you're surrounded. I'd say that puts you at a disadvantage.
Tiber. Kamo jambos nego. Jeraim kumisti ogin tu stalumpa.
The only deal that lets you live is this. The price on my head? Gone. The hits on my territories? Stop. The planets Salyukami and Hypori now belong to me. If I see your people anywhere in my territory, I'll personally come to Tatooine and feed you to your own rancor!
애춘, 예순 고은자, 거흥겠으니 타이버, 바스고운 가자 조인.
Oh, of course, Jabba. As long as you live, I will leave you to your holdings. Now, get off my planet!
It might be better to simply finish him now.
Ending this feud with Jabba allows me to concentrate on bigger fish. Our influence is spreading, Uri. My defeat of Jabba allows me to take on my true enemy, the Empire.
What about the forces of the rebellion? Their power is growing. They could prove a useful ally.
What do I care for their cause? They've done nothing for me. I'll play both sides. No one is doing us any favors, so they'll get none in return.
Between Jabba, the Empire, and your quest for information about the Sith artifact, we may be overextending our capabilities. Furthermore, I have heard reports of insubordination among our defilers. The situation seems very dangerous.
Uri, where there is power, there are always threats and dissensions. We will deal with them accordingly. I suspect there is great power in that Sith artifact, something that might give us the advantage we need to rebuild the Zon Consortium. I've heard the same whispers regarding our defilers. I won't have our secret base above Ryloth compromised. Add another layer of brainwashing to their training regiment. I want to ensure their loyalty. Uri, you know I have always trusted your wisdom in these matters. Ignore these distractions and move forward as planned.
Have we found any weaknesses in the blockade at Kuat?
The Imperial forces are not going to stop me, but they've certainly slowed my progress. Our answers lie within the Eclipse, but I still see no way to reach it, given its defenses.
In time, a weakness will reveal itself. Perhaps we should shift our focus to the artifact.
You said that it was a Sith creation, yes?
Yes. A data storage device. Perhaps more.
What do we need to access it?
Knowledge of the extinct Sith ways. Someone who could manipulate the dark side of the Force. Someone with that ability would be very rare, difficult to track down and approach.
Darth Vader may be the only known Sith Lord in existence, and I doubt he'd be cooperative. If another with this knowledge exists, I need you to find them and enlist them to assist us.
It seems that things are going according to plan, Tiber. Our pirates at Mandalore report that Mandal Hypernautics is trying to buy a ceasefire with new ships.
Excellent. Tell the pirates to cut a deal. Cease hostilities in exchange for new ships. At a reasonable price, of course.
I will see that it is done. Also, the pirate captain sent over one of the ships. Curious. Why did he not keep it for himself?
That should be obvious, Uri. Fear. My reputation is spreading deep into the galaxy, and the captain knows well what would happen if he tried to steal from me.
I think I have located a potential source of dark side Force users for you. There is, however, a complication.
Someone stands in our way.
The planet Dathomir holds many Force users of great power. However, the Emperor found it before we did. He has blockaded the planet.
I see. No need to confront the Empire head-on there. We're better off sneaking into the planet with a small force and taking what we want under their noses.
It may be possible to land undetected, but the sensors on the planet are very good. We will soon be detected unless we disable the Empire's sensor web.
Send for some defilers. We'll have them sabotage the sensor system, and then we'll take the shuttle down ourselves.
Mission log updated.
Easily done. I can report that a Zon criminal organization has been set up for acquiring a steady stream of credits. Progress will be swift.
The way is clear. Let's go, Uri.
Mission log updated.
To that location.
What a cheerful location.
We must be cautious. This planet resonates with the power of the dark side.
Why, Uri, did you become a Jedi Knight while I was in prison?
My people are not Jedi or Sith, but our existence has always been tied to the Force. We are aware of its presence. It is strong here.
I'm a bit disturbed that you've kept this from me, old friend. Although it doesn't surprise me that you have some Force awareness.
I understand. It is something I rarely speak of. The power of the Force on this world could be a threat if it were ever unleashed. The Empire's interest in Dathomir is now apparent.
Very well. Let's find someone who can use it to open the artifact.
We've located the enemy!
The sensors in those guard towers won't be fooled by our cloaking fields.
There's a saying among my people. Do not fight through the shell when you can cut through the underbelly. There may be a backdoor to the complex that will necessitate much less bloodshed.
Looks like a path that leads towards the back of the prison complex.
Once we are inside the complex, it would be wise to shut down power to the automated defenses.
Our cloaking fields should get us past the patrols. Let's take out the power, then we'll be clear to take out the prison.
Targeting!
Dispose of.
Why have you released us?
Do you recognize this artifact? I could reward you handsomely for unlocking it.
The object is of Sith creation. Only the most learned and powerful in the dark ways of the Force could hope to break its ancient code.
And? Who would be the most powerful among you? Is there one who could do this?
Silri can be found in the frenzied river prison to the north. The Imperial Governor placed her in a cage and broadcast news of her imprisonment planet-wide in order to break our spirit. It didn't work. We rebelled, but many of our number were captured and imprisoned all over the planet. The Empire is now our mortal enemy.
If you help us, we will fight to free your sisters from every prison on the planet.
The Empire will pay for wrongfully imprisoning us. Bring us to our Rancor and we will bring the Imperial forces to their knees.
Those guns will tear us apart if we do not disable them.
Guns that large have to be drawing more power than the prison can produce. That dam we passed earlier might be their power source.
To that.
It is painful to see a trusted friend locked in this cell. You will open the door now.
Yuri, if she tries that mind-control trick again, shoot her. Silri, I assume. We're not nearly the weak-minded fools you take us for. Though I am willing to open this door on my terms.
Do not taunt me! When I'm free of this cell, you'll be the second one I kill, no matter the cost!
Now. You'll get out, as long as you give me a reason to release you. Do you know what this is?
A Sith creation. If it is real, it must be very ancient. Where did you get it?
Where or whom I got it from doesn't matter. Can you access the information stored inside?
I could, given time. But I would demand more than just my freedom in payment.
Name your price.
I'll need transport off this planet in order to gather the needed resources. I ask one other thing. Revenge on my captor.
Do not trust her, Tiber. Even now, she is reaching out to you with the dark side, prying at your defenses.
I'm not concerned about our lovely Silri, Yuri. For now, at least. Our goals are mutually beneficial.
Understood. Now, release me from this cell and we'll go kill the Imperial Governor that put me on display in this cage. That is the Imperial Governor's stronghold. His lifeless body will send a message to the Emperor. The use of Dark Force powers against his army should convince the Emperor it would be wise to leave Dathomir.
Unit destroyed. Unit destroyed.
Wait, please! I'm worth more to you alive! Your message will get out through my ransom! Your demands will be met!
My message will be sent, written in your blood!
There now. That worked out well for you. Now it is time for you to hold up your end of the bargain.
I will unlock the secrets of the artifact.
This is a mistake, Tiber. She will betray you as soon as she gets what she wants.
This is a chance we have to take. She can access the artifact and uncover its secrets. Once my plans are set in motion, you can have the pleasure of killing her.
Enemy forces ahead!
Tiber, you have an incoming transmission on your private channel.
Impossible! How did you find me?
Of course, I was aware that you had taken Jabba's comm node on Salukami. Tapping into it to reach you was trivial.
I shouldn't be surprised that you were able to track me down. I see you've risen quickly in the Imperial ranks. With the way the Empire treats non-humans, I'm surprised you're not commanding a garbage scour somewhere.
My capabilities have proven more than enough to inspire the Emperor's tolerance. Ironic that you were once one of the Academy's most promising students. Now, you're an outcast, and foolish enough to try and pay your way attacking Imperial holdings.
I took nothing that the Empire wasn't going to lose to the rebels anyway. Watch me too closely, Thrawn, and you will not like what I have to show you.
A clumsy threat, Tiber, and an empty one. You may be king among your little cadre of bandits, but you will soon provoke a response beyond your capacity to comprehend. Consider this warning a courtesy from an old friend.
Your crumbling empire and its aging admirals may find they have their hands full with the Zon Consortium this time around, Thrawn. You'd think a tactical genius such as yourself would see that coming.
What I see is a petty criminal who will be destroyed the moment he rises from the sludge and attracts the attention of the Empire.
They're falling back! I'm running out of maneuvers.
I have translated the characters on the artifact as you asked.
Have you? Please. Enlighten me.
It appears to be an ancient star map, including hyperspace travel vectors. Unfortunately, the artifact only lists territories already mapped centuries ago.
Seems every Sith artifact in existence is some sort of ancient star map, doesn't it, Uri? Worthless. Perhaps I can find a gullible buyer with deep pockets.
I wish to study it further. I found the artifact holds little in the way of useful information, but it could be useful for translating other Sith texts.
We may know it's useless, but I intend to find a buyer that doesn't.
Its information might yet yield great power.
I will contact you should I decide to make further use of it.
So be it.
She looked as though she was ready to kill you.
Think nothing of it, Uri. Dathomir witches always look as if they're ready to kill. Keep an eye on her. This artifact is the only leverage I have over her, and I want her kept on a short leash.
Tiber, you have an incoming transmission.
Xizor, how good to see you again.
You address me as an equal, son. I assure you, we are not. I contact you only because of that Sith artifact you possess. I was going to broker the original deal with Jabba and the Empire before you stole it. Your interference cost me a great deal. I assume it is still in your possession.
You're in luck, Xizor. I do indeed have the very thing you speak of. You know, I've heard the Emperor is a collector of such Sith antiquities. Perhaps you could put me in touch with him.
I could be persuaded to put you in contact with the Emperor, or at least one of his representatives. But you'll need to do something for me first.
Of course, good prince. What service could a simple man such as myself provide?
There is a job I need done on Bespin. Specifically, I wish for you to procure a shipment of Tibanna gas. Succeed, and you'll get half the gas, plus your Imperial contact.
A pleasure, Prince Xizor. And of course, I would not insult you by mentioning what would happen should I be double-crossed. This shouldn't take long.
I do not trust Xizor. It must be a trap.
Of course. But Xizor's made the mistake of setting his trap on the planet Bespin. That world is under the personal control of Darth Vader.
And how would that help our cause?
Xizor is clearly hoping to get us killed so that he can claim the artifact and give it to the Emperor himself. Since Xizor and Vader already have a long-standing feud, we just need to take the gas and plant enough evidence pointing directly at Xizor's little green head.
Xizor takes the fall. We get the gas and keep the artifact. An excellent plan.
And most importantly, we gain access to the Imperial Security Network.
How do we accomplish that?
I know just the droid who can interface with the Bespin facility's computers. Are you familiar with the droid bounty hunter known as IG-88? He has a rather impressive list of accomplishments. Find him.
I will contact him. He owes me a favor. Consider it done.
Let's go! Get those droids unloaded!
Your arrival isn't on my schedule. Let me see your identification papers.
You don't need to see my identification.
This one thinks he's a Jedi. And why don't I need to see your identification?
Because you're dead. We don't have much time. I'll plant the evidence against Xizor. Uri, see to the Tibanna gas. IG-88, slice into the Imperial computer banks and get me security access for all the planets on my hit list.
Each Tibanna gas collection facility is surrounded by 4 refineries. I will need to escort the gas droids to the refineries, where they will procure the gas. We will need to return with 8 full droids for this mission to be a success.
I'll find the needed planetary security codes by hacking into Bespin's central server cluster. It should only take a few nanoseconds.
In order to make this look like a Black Sun operation, I'll need to sneak into the 4 security outposts and plant information that leaves no doubt that Xizor alone was behind the theft of the Tibanna gas.
Uri Fen here.
It will cost you.
Construction complete.
Executing attack.
Acquiring gas. Gas canister full. Transferring gas. Transfer successful.
Tiber, we've collected enough gas. All droids are returning to the shuttle.
Cluster located. Proximity required for access. Accessing data. Security reroute complete. Typerzon now has access to restricted planets.
What appears to be Lord Vader's shuttle is on approach for landing at your location.
We're going to have to move quickly on our final task if we want to get out of here intact.
Sir, a group of smugglers have infiltrated our Tabana gas refinery.
You have, of course, captured and detained them.
My lord, we nearly had them, but they seem to have...
Not the performance I expect from an Imperial field commander. I will seek them out myself.
Darth Vader is here. Engage at your own risk.
I will finish you later.
Your report.
They escaped with a large supply of Tabana gas, enough to supply a sizable fleet.
Have they been identified?
We found evidence that suggests the Black Sun criminal organization was responsible. We also have records that indicate some of the local militia took bribes to allow them to land.
Execute the local militia and any associates. She's all who will pay for this transgression.
It seems I misjudged Juzan. Stealing that Tabana gas from Vader must have been very difficult.
You neglected to mention Vader's presence.
Merely a test to see if you were smart enough to do your research. You passed. Now then, I will be happy to arrange your meeting with the Empire. I'll send you the rendezvous coordinates and details soon.
I see you kept a large portion of the Tabana gas. You have plans for it?
I've blackmailed some engineers to start production on the ship designs we scavenged from the wreckage of the Death Star. We'll use the Tabana gas for the hyperdrives and weapon systems. The first of the new ships should be ready now.
The Vengeance frigate. An interesting design. And the other ship?
The other design will be my flagship, but it will take more time to complete. Once it is, we'll find a suitable opponent to test its capabilities.
Tiber, We've received rendezvous coordinates from Prince Shizor.
Have we now? That is quite interesting. Well then, we shouldn't keep our Imperial friends waiting. Invite Bosk to come along, would you?
Why Bosk?
I have a job for him, though he doesn't know it yet.
You should not take the artifact into Empire-controlled space. Are you mad? Whatever your plans, this must be a trap.
Your concern is touching. And besides, why would it matter to you? It's just a worthless old map, isn't it?
That artifact is important to my clan, the Night Sisters. I've told you I wish to study it further. It would be a terrible mistake to let it fall into Imperial hands.
It is not your place to question Tiber. Be silent, or I will personally introduce you to my blades. A task I will find most satisfying.
Your blades will meet my whip.
Enough! I have a business to run. I don't need distractions right now. Once we have the Emperor's vaults, feel free to kill each other.
This is not over.
Tiber Zahn, I've come to collect your artifact for the Emperor. Comply with my demands, and I promise a swift and reasonably honorable death.
Thrawn, of course, I knew you were still lurking in my shadows. Don't tell me you're the contact Shizor arranged.
In a matter of speaking, yes. Shizor is dead. The evidence you planted convinced Vader, but I recognized your unique signature. You've overstepped your bounds for the last time, Zahn.
Really? You don't think I came unprepared, do you?
Well done. For a petty criminal. Of course, I wouldn't have expected you to anticipate the hypervelocity gun on the surface.
Well, I would expect an Imperial officer to be arrogant enough not to be ready for my surprises.
Disabled.
Well, this may actually prove interesting. Why don't we begin?
Agreed. For an admittedly brilliant strategist, one thing you've never been, Thrawn, is boring.
I got fighters on me! Get over here and help!
Down!
Has stolen the artifact. He's heading towards Thrawn's ship. All fire on the Hound's Tooth.
No, let him go. Let him go.
I'm sure you are now aware I have what I came for. Goodbye, Tiber. For the last time.
The great Admiral Thrawn is running away from a fight.
Unlike you, Tiber, I never considered retreating an act of cowardice. It's an option, like any other. In this case, my skills are needed elsewhere, and I've kept you busy long enough.
Are you sure you're not just saving your skin?
If I were you, I'd be more concerned about my own security, as you will soon discover. Farewell.
We're picking up alarm codes from our bases on multiple planets.
I want that Imperial fleet destroyed. We have to find a way through.
Got him on the run!
While you sit on your throne looking smug, Bossk has taken the artifact and sold it to the Empire. And you think a Dark Lord like Vader or the Emperor won't know how to use its power?
Are you naive enough to think I just let things happen that aren't according to my carefully laid plans? You've told me the artifact is useless. I shouldn't be concerned, should I? It's almost as if there was something about the artifact that you held back from me. If I have now lost something to them of real value through some lack of disclosure on your part, why, I might take such a thing quite badly.
Well, there might have been more.
Shocking. Tell me.
I can't be sure. I believe that there may have been another key that was required. A data lock such as that would be used only to hide something of great importance. I thought it might be a Lost Force technique, known only to the ancient Sith. But it would only be useful to me and my kind.
But you can't be sure, correct?
I did not have time to find the answers. I did not think you would give it away so carelessly.
Silri, I want you to listen to me very carefully. If you ever lie to me again, or hide information from me, you and every Dalthamiri witch will die the day after you betray me. And I'll kill every one of those damned Rancors as well. Those orders already stand, and will be carried out whether I'm alive or not. Do you understand me?
I've heard enough!
These are actions that you will set in motion. Lie to me, betray me, withhold information from me again, and all of these things will come to pass. Am I as clear as I can possibly be?
I understand.
Splendid. Now then, Yuri, you can begin tracking the locator beacon we placed on the artifact.
What?
Did you really think I didn't know what would happen? I let Bossk steal it. I'm quite willing to sacrifice 1,000,000 credits when it will lead me to the Emperor's personal archives aboard the Eclipse.
Why bother getting into the Eclipse at all? You're so vastly powerful now, as you humbly stated a moment ago.
I need to access the Emperor's private command console aboard the Eclipse to get what I really want. The problem has always been finding the location of the archives that contain the passkey. But Bossk and Thrawn have helpfully solved that problem for me. Do you have it, Yuri?
I'm tracking it, Tiber. It will take some time.
I can wait a bit longer.
Tiber, we are getting a message from Mandalore.
From our pirates?
Yes. Their commander seems excited.
Captain, I trust you have good news.
I know the order was to leave Mandal Hypernautics alone, but some of my men couldn't resist hitting some of their lesser shipyards outside the system. I seized the opportunity to extort some more new ships from Mandal.
Really? And how did they respond?
They were only too happy to pay a little more. We have some new toys for you.
Well now, that is a prize. An admirable job, Captain. Except for one thing.
What's that?
I cannot allow underlings to ignore my orders, or the Consortium simply degenerates into a pack of bandits. Let's hope the man who replaces you will remember that. Thanks to the spies I have planted in the rebellion, we know that both the Emperor and Vader are in the Endor system. That means Coruscant is wide open.
To Coruscant?
That's where we've traced the artifact, isn't it? By all indications, it's in the Emperor's Imperial Archive. The Empire is sure to be caught off guard by such a bold raid on the Imperial Archive itself. That passkey is as good as ours.
Coruscant is going to be heavily guarded, even with the Emperor and Vader absent.
Thanks to IG-88's help on Bespin, we should be able to land without interference. Get Silri and prepare to raid the Imperial Archive on Coruscant. We must get in and out before the Emperor returns from Endor.
Are you sure you want Silri along for this?
She is powerful and useful despite her volatility. Be ready, though. If she tries anything, I'll require your services.
I am ready. I look forward to it if the opportunity arises.
Engines down. Get over here and help. I'm under attack.
I'm not going to lie to anyone. Breaking into the Emperor's personal archive isn't going to be easy, but we need that passkey. So let's review the plan. I'll infiltrate the security section and disable the monitoring controls. That will blind the cameras while we're breaking into the vault. After that,
it is up to me to sneak into the main power grid and shut it down. This will disable the turret guns.
Silvery, are you paying attention?
And I wait while you two get all the glory?
You're guarding our only means of escape. Don't forget it. Once we have the plans, we'll need a transport to get past the exit defenses.
I guess I didn't realize this mission was guard duty.
Give me the word at any time, Tiber. I would be more than happy to eliminate her.
I hate to admit it, Uri, but I think she's actually growing on me. Of course, it's comforting knowing that option is always available.
I'd be killed if anyone knew I let you in here.
You're probably right.
Well, well, the great Tiber Zahn. I didn't expect to see you here.
I doubt you expected to die either. But I'm full of surprises.
You can't fight what you can't see.
Base is under attack.
Understandably.
Base is under attack.
That should take care of the cameras.
Something is wrong. Darkness. Great strength in the Force.
I felt your presence the moment you landed, Witch. You should have stayed on Dathomir.
I am safe on any world I choose, you pathetic weakling.
I'll have your head and that of your beast as trophies.
I can feel the power of the artifact. It must be nearby. Which way?
secured a build pad. We've lost a build pad.
Confused, my little womprats?
Dark troopers. Not so threatening when deactivated.
We've secured a build pad.
Crushed!
There it is. Once I have all of its secrets, I will kill both of those fools who think to order me around. Tiberzon is a fool if he thinks I will leave the artifact in the Emperor's hands. It will be mine.
I can sense the dark side of the Force within you. It has been a long time since I've had a challenging opponent. Do not disappoint me.
Your Fen here.
There are 3 more of them. The power is down. Now I must reach Tiber.
What is it, my pet? Let's get out of here!
Destiny!
It looks like we're trapped. We'll need to find a way out.
What's that thing doing out of its cage? And why aren't you waiting in the hangar?
I sensed something. I went to investigate.
I will deal with you later. This way. Make haste.
Release that artifact, witch.
Its secrets are mine, along with your life!
Now that the museum's defenses are down, we can bring in a little extra security, just as a precaution. Good thing I left those MDUs parked out front. Damn, a trap!
This door is being held shut by remote control. There is nothing I can do to open it.
A security system I didn't plan for. You can bet the guards are on their way here as we speak. We'll have to destroy them to release their control on the door.
Construction complete.
destroyed.
The vault is open. Let's see what's inside.
Who's got it? Do you want anything else in the vault?
Tempting, but there's no time. We have the plans, and that's what we came for. Let's leave while we still can.
Halt, thieves! Return what you've taken, and I promise a quick and painless death.
You must have no idea who I am.
I know precisely who you are, and the reason you're here.
He's a teleporter. This could prove interesting.
What an amazing gift for understatement you have. Do we have any MDUs left?
Understandably.
Why aren't those Isalamiri cages being deployed? We're in trouble here.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Did you really think it would be that?
Everyone, into the transport. This thing must move faster.
Use the laser defenses! I sense a great disturbance in the Force. The balance has shifted away from the dark side.
That all sounds very nice, but what does it mean?
The Emperor and Vader, they're dead. The rebels must have destroyed them.
The rebels claim it to be true. They are broadcasting it all over the holonet.
With the Emperor dead, the Empire will be in chaos. Most of the ships from the Kuat blockade will have returned from the battle over Endor to regroup. The time to strike is now. We must take control of the Eclipse.
Mission log updated.
That's the most magnificent thing I've ever seen, Uri. Once we take control, we'll...
Timer. We are tracking several inbound fleets.
It's probably the remains of the Imperial fleet attempting to repair and regroup here.
There are multiple Alliance signatures as well.
Unidentified ships. What is your purpose in this sector?
We heard of the Alliance's glorious victory at Endor, and have come to join.
Listen, Zahn. If you're on the level, help us destroy that Superstar Destroyer. You'll be well rewarded.
Looks like there are a few space stations between ourselves and the Eclipse. Take them out.
All right, Zahn, don't think I'm not paying attention. If I smell a double cross, I won't waste any time taking you out. Oh, and good luck.
I'm running out of maneuvers. Get over here and help. Strong resistance. I'm losing my engine. I'm under attack. It's no good. Target acquired.
We're approaching the Eclipse now. Initiating boarding protocol.
We've taken control of the Eclipse. There isn't much functional equipment, but the super laser is operational.
Excellent. Let's go hunting.
Okay, Zahn. Fun's over. You wanted to capture the Emperor's new toy? Fine. Let's see how long you...
The rebels have served their purpose. Destroy them. Destroy them. You can't escape.
The Eclipse's super laser is malfunctioned. We'll need time to make repairs. The Eclipse's super laser is malfunctioned. We'll need time to make repairs.
What the? Superstar Destroyer incoming, sir!
The super laser is malfunctioned. We'll need time to make repairs.
What the? Superstar Destroyer incoming, sir!
Engines down. They've taken out our cannons.
primary engine system is down.
The Eclipse super laser is back online and ready to fire.
No match for us.
Do you see, Uri? Billions of credits. Technical data hoarded for decades. Priceless works of art. It's incredible. There is more wealth in these hidden vaults than even I can imagine.
An impressive victory. With the contents of the vault and this ship, there may soon be a new Galactic Emperor.
I've no need to keep the half-constructed Eclipse, and it presents a target even the rebels couldn't miss. With the treasures from Palpatine's vaults, I can now spread my organization across the galaxy. Let the rebels form their new republic. I've always wanted to own a senator.
Soon you will understand the true meaning of power, Tiberzon, when I teach it to you.